Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time something that promises to be very exciting. It's wax dipped, so that means it's going to be really good. It's a bottle of Rye'M Treason Imperial Red Ale from Barrel Brewing in Bend, Oregon. 10.3% ABV. Big thanks to the man, the legend, Kevin over at Clement's Home-Brew. If you've never heard of them, if you've never watched their channel, shame on you. Get over there, check them out. You'll find a link below. Huge thank Kevin for this. I pride myself in being able to open a wax dip bottle. My key to it is running a butter knife round the kind of rim of the, he says that with all confidence, round the rim of the cap. Make sure you got, ooh, it's cracking away. And hopefully it should just pop off, should that top bit. If you've done it right, it would. Fuck it. Let's get this in there. There we go. No more messing. I'm covered in wax. Done a good job of dipping it though. It's nice and kind of crisp wax. Like somewhat to get kind of nothing worse than a wax dip bottle, which is God, it's everywhere. Nothing worse than a wax dip bottle that is also cork and caged. It's a right nightmare to get into, but that's a good one. I'll clean up later, don't worry. So yeah, thanks Kevin. I've heard good things. A double rye ale. Sounds like a beast. Never had anything from this brewery. From all accounts, if it's a guy called Jimmy who's still the head brewer, I think he's might be one of the founders. He used to brew at the Shoots, which is also in Bend, I think. Anyway, the beer in the glass, like a rusty, kind of red, kind of russet colour. Good amount of carbonation with this glass, has a bit of a widget at the bottom. The head, kind of like a beige, reddish tinted beige kind of rust kind of head to it. So let's check out the aroma. Ooh. Well, obviously you get a lot of rye. It's got a really dense kind of white pepper note. And for me that's what the rye is coming in with. Red currant, maybe a bit of peach. Loads of kind of sugar caramel, so essentially just caramel and a bit of water in a pan. Maybe apple cores, like the bruised apple core, or like a slightly browning apple core of a red apple. There is some hint of, there is some alcohol in there. It does remind me of Double Bastard from Stone. Maybe not quite as hoppy, but everything else kind of falls in behind that really. Nice kind of marmalade note. Lovely. Could sniff that forever. Really complex nose. So let's dive in. Cheers. Cheers, Kevin. I don't know what I'm doing then. People on Rate Beer, you're wrong. It's not hot at all. Everybody on Rate Beer will go, no, it's really hot, man, and it's too alcoholic. It's not. I'm not saying it's not present. Ooh. Oh, it really gets your taste buds. Certain parts of your mouth are just going, what's going on? There is quite a lot of sweetness in there, a lot of sugary sweetness. I'm feeling that on my teeth. As far as flavours go, it's got a real burnt edge to it. Caramel, skin of red apple. And once again, I personally get a kind of like a slightly cayenne pepper, paprika stroke, kind of white pepper note in there. Lovely. Full. Not uber full bodied, but definitely on the higher side of medium. Dangerously drinkable. I think it's because of that body. Ooh, it's like candy floss note in there. that jumped out at me. A blood orange, the stone of a peach. Ooh, actually, it's quite full. Slightly gluey in that sense, because if it's got a lot of rye in it, that body. I've heard the mash of a rye beer. I've never brewed one myself. I'm sure Kevin has. Ask him. You can kind of taste that up front. It doesn't bring the astringency of oats, but it does bring a slightly gluey kind of note. There is a kind of a solventy note, actually, when you think about it, from the alcohol. It's not hiding it too much, but it's not burning my face off by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, it's lovely. It's got, yeah, it's all of the above. Red currant, kind of slight punchy, vague resinous hops. I haven't mentioned that. Resinous, kind of sticky, juicy hops. Not that bitter, but there's a lot of residual sugar. Candy floss, loads of caramel, loads of peppery rye. Decent carbonation. A nice beer. Yeah, I've got to admit, definitely reminds me of it. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Definitely reminds me of Stone's Double Bastard. Maybe not quite as harsh as that, actually. I think that softness that you're getting from that fuller body is really kind of like motoring it along. So, after this I'll have to clean up because I've been a right old mess. And I'm just going to tread it into the flooring. It is a bottle of Rye'M or Treason Imperial Rye Ale from 10 Barrel Brewing, part of their small tank project from Bend, Oregon. 10.3% ABV. Huge thanks to Kevin over at Clement's Home-Brew. Once again, please check him out. I'm really grateful that I got to try this beer, and thank you for sending it. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers, and also remember, life is too short to drink cheap beer. So check out Clement's Home-Brew. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Cheers.